So here we have the BMW 118i M Sport Shadow Edition on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's got M Sport alloys and tinted windows. We'll start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the boot, you'll notice that we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. Now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. These seats are as good as brand new. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the right hand side we have the rev counter, and on the left hand side the speedometer and fuel gauge. You can see the total miles for this car are 7,079. The information displayed above that can be changed using a button on the end of the indicator stalk. You can, should you wish to, have a digital readout for the speedometer, which you can see there. Otherwise it's all fuel economy information. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the right hand side we have stereo controls, as well as the ability to answer phone calls and use the voice activation there. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you paired up your phone, which is done on the central screen, and we'll come to that in just a moment. On the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter. So over to the central screen just here. This is BMW's business nav. You can see me moving around various menus as we speak. All of that movement is done using the iDrive system, which is essentially this dial. Twisting this dial will take us through various options. You can push it down to select things. It also moves to the right, to the left, up and down as well. And you can access certain menus directly from those buttons. So if we want satellite navigation, for example, we twist the button to navigation and push it down. We can then go down to view the map. If we want to access that panel to the left, we just jog the dial over to the left, and then we can rotate it again to see the various different pieces of information on here. Press the menu button to go back to the main menu. When it comes to music in this car, we have DAB, FM and AM radio, a CD player. You can pair up your phone and stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio. And there's also USB input, which you can see just at the bottom there. So plenty of ways to listen to your music. Pairing the phone is done under the communication heading. Working our way down, we have the CD player, followed by the climate control. So you can select the temperature with this dial, so 26 degrees. You could then move this one to readjust the fan direction, so when the air enters the car. Fan speed is up and down with this one. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto, and the car will maintain that temperature by taking full control of the fan speed. You can override that at any time you wish by pressing the auto button again. We then have two cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket here, the 6-speed manual gearbox, and then lastly, to the right of that gearbox, we have these buttons. So this is so that you can adjust the driving setup of the car. So we can turn off traction control with this button, and then we can change the setup of the way the car drives with this one. So we're in comfort mode at the moment, which is your everyday driving mode. We can put the car in sport mode, and it will show us up there that that's what we've just done. Sport mode gives us firmer power steering and a more sensitive accelerator pedal. We can go back to comfort, which is your everyday driving, and Eco Pro, which is the kind of more docile drive, so perfect for town driving. On top of all of that, this car has got Sport Plus mode. Exactly the same as sport mode, but it gives you limited traction control, so it's a more dynamic driving experience. And then back to your everyday driving mode. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.